Hey guys, Ranchin here, bringing you another circle of commentary. MSL Finals! Avalon MSL Finals third set on Heartbreak Ridge here at the right position, 3 o'clock, as the yellow zerg is going to be calm. That means at the 9 o'clock position to the left, we're going to have Kwanro as the red zerg. 1-1, calm taking an early victory after Kwanro's early aggressive strategy went awry, but then in the second set, Kwanro staged his own comeback to take a second set. So now we're all even again, folks. Now we're going to see who manages to take the momentum. I believe at this point, another player really has the momentum. Kwanro, whenever he plays, looks a little bit nervous, and Calm never looks nervous while playing. He occasionally shows a teensy bit of emotion after a game, usually after the whole series is over. I believe he cried when he beat Jaedong, so he was, that amazed that he actually managed to beat the guy, so it's not really surprising. But we're going to see what kind of strategy they go for here on Heartbreak Ridge. There's quite a bit of distance between the maps. Noodles are definitely viable, but you're going to see a lot of guys just flying back and forth with Mulerusk. I've seen that happen a lot. Just one player manages to pressure the other player a little bit until he manages to get some Scourges, some more Mutas out there, and then he flies back, and a little bit of back and forth that way. There's also going to be some, I assume, some heavy juggling fights. Protecting your natural expansion isn't that hard. You can make a pretty decent wall because there's very small choke. You can defend it with quite a few zerglings. Calm here going to go for, both players are going for economic builds, 12 somethings. So let's see, 12 pool going to come down for Calm alongside his extractor. We're going to see what Kwanro goes for here. Kwanro, doing exactly the same thing, just a couple of seconds behind, although I don't think that's really going to affect too much at all. So pretty much the same build coming for both players. Zergin's going to be up for Calm just a few seconds earlier, but Kwanro's still going to have his own in time to defend, just in case he needs. And we're going to see whether builds are going to differ from that. The Surge Extractor, I'm assuming this is going to be just to get some economy out there. Drone coming out, so Calm going to actually go for natural expansion. I'm going to see whether Kwanro decides to do the exact same thing. Actually, yes, both players going for exact same builds, so going for economic builds. I assume this is going to be quick lair builds. This point is going to come down, then we're going to see a lair coming up with that gas, and both players just going to go heavy mutas this time around after those zergs come up. So whether either player actually managed to do some sort of damage with the zerglings could actually become a quick deciding factor, because honestly I believe in Mutalisk Micro, these guys, they're not the best players around. Mechanically, neither of these players are really the best around, but they're still damn good, top class players. So I believe in Mutalisk, in Troop Micro and Mutalisk Micro, they're about the same level. Although Calm has shown himself to be a very intelligent player, and due to that might actually have some strategies up his sleeves that Kwanro can't answer to. While Kwanro is a very aggressive player, so he can also really, you expect something from Kwanro, but you get something completely different. He also can turn his aggressiveness to passiveness at the correct time. He really has shown evolution that he knows that sometimes you don't want to be aggressive all the time. Sometimes it's a good idea to just keep on the constant pressure, but sometimes it ends up really not paying off. He showed in the last game, the second set, that aggression at the right moments, doing the correct damage at the correct moment, can really pay off, though. So he did that there. Calm going to get the 4 initial zerglings, while Kwanro actually has quite a few, and is actually going to go and start attacking this natural expansion. So he's going to come in and start attacking that right now. Or not. Actually, yeah, no, it's going to start off by attacking the eggs, and Calm has his own 6 zerglings. I'm going to see whether he runs that or actually tries to save that egg. I don't think the eggs are going to run out. Kwanro gets even more reinforcement. Calm going to thinking of running up north now. Actually, Kwanro attacking everything there, just trying to get us around on the zerglings, but oh man, Calm managed to get his own zerglings around, killing a lot of Kwanro zerglings. Kwanro still thinking of engaging a little bit. I think even Calm managed to get speed for his own zerglings. Both players getting a lair up at this point, but Calm definitely has more zerglings now, so if he thinks of going for a frontal attack on Kwanro's base, he's going to be in a pretty good position. Spires up. Spires are going to be, up. What am I talking about? Spires are going to be on the way. Calm already has a spire on the way. I believe I saw a spire of Kwanro's base. I'm not quite sure. And Calm actually not deciding to go for a frontal assault with his own zerglings. He has a quite large number, but he most likely knows that Kwanro can reinforce. Kwanro actually getting a spire a little bit later, so he's going to have his mules got a little bit later. Calm almost ready at this point, ready in the green, while Kwanro's still in the red. But Kwanro losing that initial force, definitely a disadvantage for him. He's now trying to push out even more zerglings, has speed for zerglings, so definitely thinking of turning this, doing some sort of damage with those forces. We're going to see actually when he puts down a second extractor alongside. Now actually going to go for the attack. Calm has enough force to react to this. I don't think Kwanro's going to manage to justify his forces coming in right now, but Calm has his own zergling reinforcements, now going to force Kwanro back. It's very interesting. I find that, look at all that huge puddle of blood there. But I find it interesting that Calm is actually not going for aggressive with his Zerglings. He's saving a lot of them for defensive purposes. Now sending out a pretty decent group to try to attack Kwanro. Though Kwanro, 9 Zergs are going to be running around his base, not really going to be able to do much. We're going to see whether Kwanro actually manages to get some drone kills here. It's going to be very important that he manages to finally get some drone kills. There are a lot of Zerglings for Calm to defend, though, so he's going to have to micromanage a lot. Kwanro even has a second colony going inside of his natural expansion, but I don't think he has enough. He has a couple of drones that are all going to get taken down. He's actually might be forced to cancel the second colony. Second colony going in the right, and he canceled that just before any more damage happened to it. But Kwanro going to have to morph in a lot more Zerglings a lot quicker than he is right now. He has to get some more troops to defend. His natural expansion is severely open now. More Zerglings running back. His Zerglings that was using for defensive person running up to help defend. Getting his drone surrounded. Might actually save it. He's actually attacking with even more Zerglings coming in, trying to surround the force of Calm. Calm actually now finally going to lose his offensive force. Kwanro using some Zerglings as well as a drone, but actually Calm now has Mulos on the way, while Mimo has his own Zerglings inside of Kwanro's base, so Kwanro's still in a lot of trouble. I'm not seeing any Mutalisk for him. Calm's going to have 3 Mutalisk flying right inside of Kwanro's base any second, just going to be there right now, going to be able to cause massive amounts of havoc. Drones are going to lose their lives. These Mutalisk, even more Mutalisk flying in, and Kwanro now in a horrible position, no defensive whatsoever. He was delayed very severely due to all his attacks. Has 1 Mutalisk out from his natural expansion, 2 Mutalisks. So they're finally going to might actually push Kwanro back if he gets more Mutalisks out in the air right now. Trying to desperately micromanage while his drones have been taking a lot of damage. Scourge! Oh! 1 Scourge does hit and kills off a Mutalisk, but even more, 3 more on the way for Calm. Kwanro hitting with even more Scourge. Beautiful attack in that he has Mutalisk on one side and Scourge on the other side, but it just... Oh, it's still losing forces, still being forced to produce some Scourge, lose even more of them, and GG's as soon as he knows that this is futile. Just no way at that point to come back into this game. So that's going to be 2-1 for Calm at this point, 1 game away from his MSL victory. We're going to see whether Kwanro manages to pull back from this. Definitely a micromanagement, losing far too many Zerglings, far too quick, and eventually I believe that cost him the game as soon as Calm could use his Zerglings in aggressive fashion as he did. So 2-1 advantage to Calm, 1 win away. We're going to see whether he feels the pressure or not, whether he is indeed calm. Did you guys see you next time?